Welcome to The Authentic Life with KL, the podcast where we throw out the rule book, where we dive in head first to the real and raw, unapologetic journey of living the best life. That includes lots of music. This is your go-to space for empowerment, for deep healing and owning your authenticity like the boss that you are. We're here to break down walls and slay self-doubt. Vibe to the soundtrack of your soul. With every beat and lyric, we'll move through stories that heal and empower. You can live your fullest and most badass life. Welcome to The Authentic Life with KL. This episode of The Authentic Life with KL is brought to you by Break the Silence, a nonprofit created using music as a platform to raise awareness for mental health, suicide prevention, and recovery of all kinds, offering hope and starting the hard conversations to bring communities together. Hey guys, it's Kitty, and today's guest I have is not just a voice. You're going to meet a whole force of nature. Lukas Rossi is a master storyteller. His music pierces you, or at least it pierces me, from the vulnerable to the victorious. He turns life into lyrics and paint into poetry, and I'm so excited to have you on today.
Wow. Thank you. That is fucking so wonderful. I am like, now you made me nervous.
Don't be nervous. I'm nervous.
I mean, I've done like interviews with like, you name it, fucking Rolling Stone, any of that shit, and they've never asked me or said anything so down to earth. Yeah,
Oh,
it's hard to find down to earth anymore, to be real, darling. Thank you. Thank you.
you're
Uh,
welcome. You're welcome. I very much, like I said, I love the journey and I love to hold space for people's story. And for anybody who may not know you, do you want to give them a little tidbit of anything that you want to bring up that represents kind of who you are?
uh, Not really.
Okay.
I've been self-produced and human-induced uh, fighter for God and music, and the reason I think, and forgive me all the musicians out there who disagree, and if you do, then you're not really one. Go back to the garage and start over again. But I've always I music was my best friend. The only thing that didn't bash me down into oblivion, and it was my safe place. And yeah, and then uh, throughout my life, I figured out that there was other people that felt the things that I was writing about, and I didn't know that anybody cared because I never started writing music, dear, to like to make money or to be a fucking quote unquote rock star bullshit, or to be, not even to be a singer. It wasn't my intention. It just found me. It was what I was blessed from my king to do, and I followed through, and I will always. And um, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for the world and our feelings, I just wouldn't be who I am. It's not just a singular purpose. It's for me. I mean, exactly what I just said. It's in everything, all inclusive. The world, you
It's
know.
perfect. It's perfect and it's true and it's authentic and vulnerable and all those things all at the same time. So that's a great answer. That's a great answer. What inspires you? I know the world is bleak in so many places, but what are some things that inspire you?
Madness
Mm.
inspires me. Um,
That
uh,
give you the fuel?
yeah, madness, insecurities, um,
I love that.
beauty. Like I write me like, excuse me. Uh, a lot of people have asked me what I write music about. It's never about one particular thing. It's always been about the full, like what I've encompassed and my perimeter, what I've kept in my life,
Yeah.
um, and it's not it's every there's a lot of like ingredients. When you bake a cake, there's a lot of delicious shit that goes in there. It's not just fucking the icing and the
Mm.
fucking the cake. nor the candles on top. It's like how the fuck, it's the way you bake it. It's every fucking ingredient.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing,
No, it's okay.
but it's every person, every nuance, every gust of goddamn wind that's blown through my fucking hair, or every shitty fucking moment in my life. I think I just borrow those emotions and I just weave them into a song of mine.
Yeah.
That's
No, that's
yeah.
I can say that I've asked that question a lot and usually just typical, and not that there's anything right or wrong, but so many times people say a song or this or that. I love that you said madness because I grew up in a family of addiction. I grew up in a family of madness. And as I grew up, I learned that I could not sit in quiet because
Oh,
that was actually
it's
my madness
it's
instead
the
of,
loudest. It's the
yes,
loudest ever in it. Like it's extreme loudness.
it is,
Yeah,
it is. And I'm
yeah,
okay in the madness. I can function in the madness and I can function in the darkness with my friends and with people, but
yeah.
silence was
Oh,
always
it's
very difficult.
terrifying. It's terrifying because then you're stuck with yourself and those thoughts, and nobody is there to rescue you. And I've always had an affinity for those. There has to be more people like me out there. So I've always embraced that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, fuck, thank God I'm not crazy. Fuck, yes. Oh my God, yes. And I pursued and I was stalwart. And I trudged through it. And the fans have literally kept me being who I am. So at the end of the day, dear, like, swear to God, I am not just Lukas Rossi. I am
Yeah,
everybody who understands me.
I love
We are
it.
one.
I love it.
You
It's
know?
true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just being real.
No, it's so true. And that, again, that's part of why I do what I do, because if someone is struggling, sees someone like you or like me or like anybody else, and they're like, oh, you mean they've struggled with depression or addiction or suicidal thoughts or um, just whatever things that we
Yeah.
go through as humans, then somehow they don't feel alone because I think society in general likes to portray those fake masks that no one struggles. And that's why we feel alone. But if we
Or they
talk about,
try and fucking flip the script and they try and make money off that.
yeah,
Like that ain't what the fuck this guy with two thumbs is about, nor you,
yeah,
babe. I
no,
could tell. I could tell. That's just that's just bullshit, you know?
yeah,
Let's just be real. Hey, let's pull the curtains, right?
yeah,
Let's pull back the veil. Let put the fucking bullshit
mm,
facade aside. All right, all the fucking like Grammys. Look where that got us all. Look at P Diddy. Where'd that get him, right? You see what that bullshit gets you? You fucking in trouble because you let the devil come and take your whole life. Just because everyone thinks you're the king, don't make you Jesus.
yeah, yeah.
So you got to
And
watch your step in this world, not even in music. It's
music is
a
just one of the one of the areas. There's so
oh
many.
man,
It's just like shit storms you're stepping into constantly in all avenues.
yeah, yeah, it's crazy, it's crazy, and you know what? That's why I'm doing these interviews, especially with you. I'm glad I did this. You have a face of an angel, man, and your smile is not. It doesn't hide, especially your eyes, man. And I'm married, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, you have a beautiful angel eye. Like, it's really good to be a part of this interview. So
Thank you
thank
so
you for
much.
having me, man.
Of course, of course. No, I am so glad that we're connected on that different level of feeling so much the same on things. It's
And I as
so
well.
yeah, it's so interesting because there's so many of us that do the same thing just through all different avenues. And I love meeting, like you said, like minds and just that spiritual connection on that of like, hey, you and me, we're the same. We're just doing the job in different bodies and different areas. So I love,
Yeah, and we all have a choice to use that gift
yeah.
for goodness, or you can just do it to self-serve yourself. You know, like I've done thousands of interviews, and man, 90% of them is bullshit. Bullshit. It's just trying to get your numbers up. Like I ain't about that. Save that for TikTok and some bullshit, those you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's not real life. I mean, we're not they don't know music, what it really is, what it means to people. Like I read the most beautiful my wife actually read me something today from a fan that really turned my really put me back into perspective, man. Like facing north again. It was just the most beautiful thing it's just so wonderful. They took their time out of their day, and it was a long one. I don't usually like long ones because it reminds me of my ex-wife who sends like those fucked up long things like you did this wrong. Me, me, me. I was like, ew. But this was kind of life changing. It reminded me that the music that I do has been noted and has done something and helped somebody. Yeah, I'm kind of moved right now talking about it, but um, it really changed me. I mean, they knew everything about, like, they knew songs that I fucking forgot I wrote,
Yeah.
and it was really cool. It was really beyond cool. Cool is a fucking shitty word to describe the way I feel or felt about that. So.
Maybe you needed some universal guidance to get
Oh
you back.
fuck, I did, babe, I did. I fucking did. I really did, because all the shit going on in this business and like the way people do music and the way people buy music and the way people perceive musicians is just kind of like going to like Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
It's just a little fucking changed, you know,
Yeah.
a little changed.
I'm so glad for you that you got that today. I can tell you that um like I said, for me, I was so excited to be able to chat with you, but I did share, and not that I haven't shared some of your music before, but sometimes you listen to things and you hear it differently, right? And we
Yeah.
talked a lot about that. Like you'll hear a song and it's like, okay, I hear it, and then you hear it. And I have my best friend. First, I lost a brother several years ago due
Oh,
to
I'm sorry.
addiction. And thank you. But this is what the gift was from it, right? Is being able to try and help other people. And it was a horrible time, but I met so many amazing people through it. And I sent her the song Monster, like just a couple hours ago. And she was
Oh,
like, fuck you. You made me cry when I was driving.
oh my gosh.
And now she
We should,
has
we
the whole
should.
album on repeat.
Oh my gosh, we should have had her on this chat. That would have been wonderful to meet her. That would have
Oh,
been so sweet, dude. I would have loved that.
yeah, no, and we can absolutely do it again at a different time because I'm sure you will have so many different journeys and stories. But her name is Rebel, and
What's up, Rebel? Rebel, love you, darling. Thank you for being a fucking human. There ain't much left of us on this earth.
she's
Thank you.
she's pretty great. So now it's your music, you and your experiences are impactful for so many people. And I was going to ask you if you had any fan experiences on them telling you stories. So you did share that already. And how does that make you feel? Did you expect to have those kind of connections when you first started, say, I'm going to say eons, it's not eons, but a long time ago? Did you expect to have that kind of influence on people?
No, no, no. I started getting into music because I told you, it was the only way not to get decimated by my current life at that time. It was my shield, you know.
Your
And
armor.
nobody knew, and nobody had to know what, in fact, I was singing about. I could care less what they thought about it. I was merely performing. Whatever people take that from that is, it's just such a blessing. Like
Mm.
I didn't even know I was taking anything from it when I was doing it, and now years later, or not even years later, just like even after a show, somebody gives, like, they say how much they enjoy that. Like that to me was, I'm a very bashful man. Um, I put everybody else before myself to a fault sometimes,
Mm.
but I'll never change because I just love to learn, and I love humans. I love people, you know. I mean, like, um, so yeah, that made me persevere and really think about the words I write in music. Not always. Sometimes, forgive me, guys. I'm kind of selfish sometimes. Sometimes I just want to let it out and say, fucking fuck the world,
Oh yeah.
fuck you, and fucking, I love that, and I fucking love that. You know what I mean? So it's extremes. And then whatever you make out of that, um, whatever I've created, that's what I do. Yeah, long story, very long, short.
That's okay. That's okay. A lot. You talked a lot about the different things that you pull into your music. Do overall you write about things that have been within your life or that you've seen, or is it more of uh, just, I guess, thoughts?
Oh, it's everything I've ever encountered in my life. Always. I mean, it could have been something like I just went down to the like store, like to buy a pack of cigarettes or get like some gummy bears and shit. You never know, like you could walk by somebody and, you know, maybe once in a, look at somebody and go, "You look beautiful." And they smile. You make their day, or you smile back at them. Like those are the moments where I think music has to speak for humanity, bro, because those are the things no one talks about, and those are the things I hold dearly in my heart. If I can make somebody smile, bro, like that is the shit. Like so, if I can expand on that in music, man, I'm doing it. Like, because I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it's impactful. And those things can change someone's life, I think, like a light switch. You don't
Yes, yes.
know what people, I mean, that you don't know
Like
what
that
people
fan.
have going on
Like,
behind.
yeah,
You
yeah,
just don't.
like that fan that sent me that fucking thing on was Instagram. It fucking blew me away. I was just like, this is there's many,
Yeah,
and so I'm not gonna just say like there is one person. So I don't want to like leave out all the other wonderful, beautiful people who
sure,
have
sure.
sent me their true feelings because they don't have to do that. They don't have to. They could be fucking feeding their kids, doing their life, fucking loving on some other artist who's influenced or helped them through
Mhm.
whatever it is. But they chose to
Yeah.
give me time out of their life here on Earth,
Mm.
and that's, bro, that to me is better than no fucking stupid Grammy. I don't need that shit. You know, as far as I'm concerned, I got a million fucking Grammys and I owe it all to you millions. I do. But I don't feel the need to post that shit. I ain't about like hits and likes and loves and fucking emojis and fucking don't give a fuck. Like, I really think that the rest of the world agrees. We
Yeah.
all don't care about that. We just care about somebody on the other end
Yeah.
of our fucking feelings knowing you're listening.
Yeah, and I think that with social media, I there's so many negative things about it, and there's very few good things. And some of the good things are the connections that you truly can make that you never would have known before, and the people and the connections that you can do. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's just gone from, magazines and all the different things, and everybody only showing like everything's so polished and everything's perfect, and everybody thinks that that's what they have to be still. Still to this day. And it's crazy because if we were all like that, life would be so boring.
And look how far it's gotten us.
Yeah.
Look online right now. Just click on YouTube, y'all. Just click on YouTube and look at, you're gonna see moguls in this industry that we call the music industry. What the industry forgot, it's not about record labels, it's about the people. All right, and that's what got Bob Marley fucking shot. You know what I mean? All the good ones fucking get, they want to be shut up because it's about the people,
Yeah.
right? Like democracy. It's the same shit. let the people fucking choose. Everyone else with the money and shit, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's so true. No, that is so valid, and I connect with that so much. There's
I'll tell you one
something.
thing. If the people wanted to fucking revolt, bro, you don't even police would be like, you let them do what they're gonna do, because the police are people too, right? So at the end of the day, you got to let the people speak for themselves and not trying to govern like how they feel, what they should listen to, and blah blah fucking blah.
Yeah, and I think that let's see. I think that things like this, like what we're doing now, I think that it holds space for people to be strong. I always say, like, people's stories, if you could get them to share their story in a safe space, that's where their healing starts. And when their healing starts, they're unstoppable once they realize they're worth something. If the world can keep you feeling like you don't matter and you should stay small, the world's got it. But as soon as you start being okay expanding and taking up space and stuff, then
And then you run into the devil.
yes.
Right? You see, it's like so stupid. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I can see, like, it's true. It's so trite, and I think we all know that. We're just too fed up to give a fuck by now, because it's like now we got AI. Holy shite! What do you even know what's real anymore? Hey, there's no filter on me except like these lights. That's it. I still have a massive heart. I was gonna say something different for
We're
for the
just keeping
world.
it real here.
We're keeping it real, guys. And yeah, it, shit. We're not Instagram living. No, this is us. Yes, she is beautiful, and me. That's cautionary, but I am Lukas Rossi. So fucking, if you don't believe it, go click onto the, P Diddy website with the baby
Don't.
oils and
Let's
shit.
not.
Jesus
Everybody do
Christ.
not.
What is with that? Like, that is so. Let's not even get into that, but holy crap, dude. What happened to the planet at some point where, like, this was fucking, like, no one noticed? Like, what?
I know.
Fuck, dude.
It is I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, sometimes what to believe on, like, timelines, the world, whatever. But whatever happened, and we all woke up here.
Yes, thank God. Thank God.
And we all woke up here. So welcome to the shit show.
Yes. Like Moses in the basket going down the stream. Fucking thank God somebody found him. Fuck.
I know
God
that's where
damn
we
it,
all are
dude.
now.
Thank God P. Diddy didn't find him in the basket. Fucking, he would have put some party treats in the basket, and they like
True.
sold it to his friends. Ew. Wait.
I it is
Ew.
ew. I'm so it's kind of like this weird fascination, that we all have. We're all like, we want to know, but now we oh no. It's like
Right? Yeah.
inside the
Jesus.
mind of absolute.
Oh my God, the absolute fucking. You know what I mean? Cuckoo.
It is
How did Jack
wild.
Black? Jack Black did it best. He was like, cuckoo.
It's true.
Holy shit! You're the first person. You better post that, 'cause I must look like a complete fucking niche.
Well, I had a lot of questions, and now I just enjoy our conversation.
Me too. Me too. I forgot I was being interviewed.
No, I love it. I
I'm
love it.
like,
Do you so how let's ask this question, since we're talking about the madness in the world. How hard was it for you to go through all of your, like, metamorphosis? Because it was like, for me, like, you were a caterpillar and you got in the chrysalis and now you've bloomed, from what I see. How was all that morphing? How was that handled, doing that in the public?
well, first of all, I had to grow up as a human being, with my experiences, because I was on the street, and all of a sudden the life was this grand life was handed to me, not handed to me, but I earned it. But it was like, whoa, it was like somebody throwing a football team on your fucking head, and you don't even like football, kind of shit. You're like, holy fuck, this is big. Like, whoa. So I had to concern myself with things that I didn't know I was concerned with about myself. Um, there was a lot of things I had to weed out and a lot of decisions I had to make, but it took a few years to do that. And I think that's a necessity for anybody who wants to have a long career. Uh, not only being a musician, but a good friend, a good companion, a good husband, all through and throughout, you know. So it's taken a while. I I'm glad we're doing this interview. I hope that anybody who thinks that they're a rock star or could be, you need to watch this first and then pull your socks up and go kick ass. But it's going to be a long road and there's going to be some fucked up decisions you have to make. And the biggest one is don't be selfish. It's about the journey, man. It's about collecting like heartfelts, not burning them in the crossfire. And that's very important.
I love
You
that.
know, they talk about you don't burn bridges. I know that's the cliche, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Just it's not about a bridge. It's about you shouldn't have to cross a bridge to be a good person.
Yeah.
You know. So
And
I
there's,
mean, why would you burn a bridge if somebody fucking made it for you?
yeah.
That's ridiculous. You know.
Have you had times in your life where you've met people, I guess like you and I, is what I would say. Maybe you were on the road or maybe you were in a hard place to where people have randomly just showed up at the right time for you that you can remember.
Like being on the road and running into somebody as cool as you mean?
I mean, just any time in life.
Yeah,
Any time in life.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, and that's probably why you know, I do interviews still because I believe in fucking the good
Yeah.
left in humanity, babe. I really do. Like, you never know who anybody is. You
Yeah.
never know. And that, if you're listening, you coming uppers, everybody is fucking everybody. All right. No one's like smaller on the totem. No one's taller. Don't be I'm gonna swear. Don't be a fucking asshole. And if you're a girl, don't be a fucking bitch. And just do your music and make sure you do it for the people.
Yeah.
Music is not selfish, or else you're in the wrong business.
Yeah. Did you I so I here I'm like "Ah, rah, 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 rah." I am absolutely fascinated and always have been with the song Headspin. And I know that that is one that, of course, when you first, not first came out, but when I feel like you started getting into the light more, um, was that song one of the ones that was really impactful for you, more so in your career, or was it being on the show that you were on? Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that song with my band at the time, Rise Electric. My friends from Montreal, like Dominic Cifarelli, Max Zeno, Jason, like we were just rehearsing and we had a bunch of labels come out like Arista Records and all this hoopla bullshit, like the stuff I hate. I just want to play music. But we had these labels come out just to check us out, like to see if they wanted to sign us. Meh. I'm like, fuck you. I don't care. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're watching, I don't give a fuck about you, you and you. Never will. It's
Yeah.
about the people, bro. Fuck you. So I wrote that song during just a rehearsal. Just
Mm.
like and me and the band loved it. And I think it was Arista, yeah, they were like, and I was like, well, I disagree. So anyways, shortly thereafter, I was like in Montreal and then I got that call to go on the show and I was like, oh my God, like I don't know if I want to do this. Like I can't even afford a plane ticket. I don't where the fuck am I gonna do?
Mm.
Anyways, when I was on the show, I chose to do that song. So that song was literally like a month old
Mm,
when I played it in front of the world. And because they were like, well, what if you had a song, like a song that you've written in your entire life, what would you like to perform in front of the world? And I immediately was like, that song, because, it was not only about my mother, but like I said, there's many ingredients to my madness and everybody's madness. And I just chose that. And it's weird that people gravitated towards that. It's funny you mentioned that. I just did a new version of it that I want to release.
mm.
Literally, but we did it like a week ago, and it's madness. It's gonna. If anybody loves that song, I would love for you guys to check out the new one.
Yeah,
I'll yeah, I'll send it to you, dear, and you let me know what you think, and
I love that.
share it with anybody you want to, if you like. And but at the end of the day, just close your eyes and
Yeah.
slip away.
Yeah, that's it. That's so easy to do with your music too. I know that you're shy and things like that, but I I do feel like that because I am an emotional person. And I know from meeting you now and having the conversation with you that you're raw and emotional too. And when you can sit there and listen to songs and you're like, ah, he gets me, like he gets me, or he's experienced that. And,
Yeah,
um, not everybody has the gifts that keep on giving from our family and things like that. But those of us that do,
that's what my wife calls me. Hey, babe, am I still the gift that keeps on
that
giving?
keeps on giving.
She's sitting across
And you
from
say
me.
yes.
I'm trying to make her uncomfortable.
But
Yes.
I think that 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 we connect like that, on those of us that have that gift that keeps on giving, including your wife.
Yes. And
But
that means so much to me. I don't
yeah,
know. Even I still can't comprehend what that means from the other side of the table, if that makes sense.
yeah,
And I'm glad that I don't, because I think I'd be a different person and artist if I did. And that's all inclusive on that side of the table. It's like it's like a magic trick. You never give away that shit because then it's not as beautiful, right?
yeah,
And I don't want to know that.
yeah,
I don't want to know that. It don't matter. I know the heart, and I know if you write to me and you tell me or you say to me your feelings, I take that as word. Word is born. It's
yeah,
born. Like I'm not going, oh, it's bullshit. It's
yeah,
bullshit. No, that's like that shit moves me. It makes my cheeks red. It makes me
yeah,
shy, and it makes me humbler, and it makes me want to write more of my feelings because then I know people are listening.
yeah. No, and I think with you, I do a lot of teaching. I have a little small community, and we talk about empowerment and like getting through our trauma and how do we live authentically and all those things. And I think something just that I feel called to say to you is that you don't ever get to see yourself through someone else's eyes, right? We don't get to choose what other people see in us. And that is that beautiful gift of whatever our gifts are, right? We may not see ourselves as being something special, but we don't get to choose how other people see or how people respond to us. And it's such a unique thing because sometimes we're oblivious to it. And I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay when people say that something great has happened. And I'm like, I'm just being me. Like, I think it's a beautiful
Exactly. It's like be yourself because everyone else is taken. Period.
fact.
Yep. And that's beautiful. And even if it's not like positive, some people
Yeah,
are like,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. That's cool too. I mean, fuck, it's not like you can like,
yeah.
put a chokehold or a fucking, what's it called? That shit you put on a dog, like a fucking muzzle. Like
Oh
it's,
yeah,
that's,
muzzle.
well, that's not fair game neither. You know, like, you know what I mean? People are allowed to be people. So, I fucking hate the sunshine, someone says. Well, I love it when it's, the opposite. Who gives a fuck? It's still your opinion, you know? Just don't spell my name with a C. It's a K, Lukas. Then I'll fuck you up.
Get it right,
Fuck.
people. Get it right.
Yeah, I will fuck you up verbally, but in a very nice way, and I'll end the text
With a
with
big
a
hug.
smiley face. I know,
Oh,
I try and be a badass, and I'm always like, fucking end it with a smiley face.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I will be the biggest bitch, and then I will be crying because I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, no, I'm so like that. Oh, I just unfucking unsubbed this dude on YouTube. I was watching before this interview, and this dude's like, it's called Conservative View, whatever, and it's funny, like it's just. I was basically looking for cringe videos because they just make me laugh.
Right, right.
But this dude took it too far. There's one point he goes, there was this video posted by somebody, and it was a seesaw uh, on the Mexican border with America. And this dude who had the channel, he goes, look how much dirtier their side is. And I just went, deleted.
Hey.
Bro, like,
Bye.
did you lose sight of humanity, bud? Like, what if you were fucking born over there? Suck my thumbs. Okay, I'm not gonna say the bad word, but fuck, man, come on.
Yeah.
How stupid are you, bro?
Very.
Fucking asshole.
He doesn't realize how very blessed he is to be wherever he is.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
come
the
on,
thing.
but
Yeah.
yeah, while he's collecting fucking laugh money on YouTube,
I
before I write you a song about how fucking stupid you are.
Next song.
God damn it, you know what I mean? Pfft. You make me fucking sick. Never mind headspin. You make me fucking sick. Yeah. It's fucking
it's
guy.
all
Anyways, that
fair.
was my rant.
That's
Yeah,
all right. That's all right.
hey, see, this is what social media should be used for, to point out the fucking obvious, innit?
Oh,
And to fucking love people, or else I ain't even doing this. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's true. The podcast is called The Authentic Life, and that's what my group is called because we're trying to get people to be more authentic and take off that mask. What does authenticity mean to you now in your journey in the chapter that you're in now?
Oh, I think I just told her that fucking guy, that piece of shit that just called out like fucking people who aren't blessed to be American.
Right.
Like, fuck, bro. How do you know they're not trying? Don't be a fucking asshole. Be real. And if it gets you blacklisted, oh, hold up. I got it right here. I got one in my pocket.
Great.
Hey, there it is. Fresh one for you. Just be real.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not a joke. Help people. Like, be nice, even with fucking, if you got something better to do, you think you do. Just be a good human. If they got a problem with me, they can fucking come up straight away, bro. I'll tell you where I live. Don't fuck with people and hardships, because God sent me here to do a thing. I don't know what that is, but it sure as fuck is not that. It's just, for me, look, I ain't got nothing to gain from these motherfuckers. I've done what most people probably, unfortunately, maybe not do in their lifetime, what God gives us. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick up for them.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me, right? Let's stop the bullshit. I know I'm just one dude. I mean, you probably spelled my name wrong. Lucas. It's K. That's twice I've told you. But you know what I mean? Like, if not for these interviews, why are we talking, sweetheart? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep in touch with you probably for the rest of my life. Like, you're
I'm okay
super
with
cool.
that.
But you know what? Why? Because you're fucking awesome, and and you're actually talking about some shit in interviews that people don't ask nor entertain. And they always go back to, so how was it to be on tour with Tommy Lee? And fucking, I just want to go like, it was crazy. You know what I mean? So
I just figured that is something that you have always, I'm like, you're a person outside of all of that. It's just not, you have so many layers just as any human does. Like, that's why I was,
or like, how about the 10 or 12 records I've written since that by myself? And I've produced and written and played all the instruments. Never, like, it's weird. They're like, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
And then they go, so what have you done since Rockstar Supernova? And I just want to go like this. Interview done. I just want to do that, but I can't reach the end.
Yeah.
I can't, because my computer's right there. And I can't reach it. If I had long arms, if I was part of what's that new Avengers movie, the stretchy fucker?
Yeah, the stretchy hand.
Yeah, dude, I'll be like, "Zwee," and end interview. You know what I mean? Cause yo, you know what I mean?
I
It's
do,
fucking
I do, and I yeah, I do that, and I think that's why I do what I do, even against what everybody tell not everybody, against what some people have told me to do. If you'd stop asking questions that are about real stuff and just ask about music, then you'd have more people on. And I'm like, but
yeah,
I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to do. So I think universe right overrides you.
yeah. It does. It does. It's
Right?
like a yeah. You
Have
don't.
you ever gone against what the universe wants you to do? God, source, whatever you call it. Have you ever gone
God
against it? How does that work?
God training wheels. Thank God we're on them because if not, then we would all have uh you know semi fucking mustaches. We'd be all Hitlers and a bunch of fucking maniacs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Let's be reals.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
So
unreal.
I am going to ask you about some music, but I'm going to ask you some stuffs.
Uh oh.
I am. So your storyteller,
Yes, I was naked. I don't care. It was a birthday party.
I love how you did the storyteller. Are you going to do any other albums like that? Or is that just kind of something that came up and you wanted to be a little bit more raw and give some like insight behind the songs?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna release a live record because I think it's a little different than, especially nowadays with all this music, especially rock music. I think everybody sounds like a goddamn slipper. They like, you know what I mean? Like if you're at somebody's house and there's slippers at the door, you know how you kind of look around, you're like, which one's mine? All these slippers are the same. That is rock and roll now. It's so fucking there's no identity anymore. Like I don't know who I'm listening to, so I just don't listen anymore.
Yeah.
It's a fucking it's just it's I don't know. I guess it's a business decision. Like if people like fucking goddamn Oreo cookies, well let's make
Yeah.
fucking another version. We'll call them Slorio cookies. And then
It's
fucking Boreo cookies. Because this is Boringo cookies.
it's
You
it's
know,
whatever works. They just want to capitalize. Isn't that what it's about? Really, probably just
yeah,
capitalizing on
because
something that people like.
Yeah, because then nobody loses their jobs for signing the fucking
Yeah.
the way it used to be, like taking a chance on an artist and actually developing them to and no developing I mean helping and funding and nurturing. You know what I mean? That's a company. That's a business decision, right? That's a band, right? It's not like that anymore. Now it's like, oh, just give them this fucking asshole producer who made that band that sold millions of records, and then yeah, because that singer already wants to be like that motherfucker who likes because he's obviously has no fucking individuality at all.
Yeah.
He's just gonna copy this bitch and fucking just cash in on it. So that's why I started producing all my records. I'm sick of like being cheesed. I'm sick of being told what to do.
Yeah.
You will never be me. I don't care if I sell fucking a cent. I don't care. I don't need it. I got into this because my life was miserable as a child. And I didn't want to pull the fans into my miserableness. They chose to understand it.
Mm,
And that's why I owe
that's
my
wonderful.
life to them. I owe my life to them. I'll never stop. I will never stop.
I love that. That's beautiful. And it's just kind
Sorry, I
of
just got
no,
emotional there, but
no, it's very just kind of raw on it. It's I've not heard it put that way before, but that is kind of what people choose to do with us as well when we meet people,
yeah,
it's just as humans when we choose to kind of jump in and accept that and love it and
yeah, it puts you out there, doesn't it?
it does.
It's scary, but it's not as scary when you have an army behind you who feel the same way, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, vulnerability is scary. It's a superpower, but then it's super fucking scary.
It's a superpower.
It is a superpower.
As they say in the movies with great power
Oh,
comes what? Comes what?
great, great responsibility.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean,
Over.
I'm not like one on for the responsibility part because I still need a fucking my wife to go. You got to get up. You got to do this interview. You got to go on tour. You got to do this, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I love you. I love you. You know. Um, but yeah, no, that's true. As cheesy as that statement
Yeah,
is, it's fucking true, dude. It's true because you're wielding a sword. You can cut a lot of people in the wrong way or the right way, but you never know because you can't see them. You know, you got to watch your words and
you're blindly
yeah,
kind of walking through, and you don't know the impact that it can have behind closed doors on people for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So you re-released Prophecy, kind of
Yes, yeah, because
re-released it.
I didn't think I don't think enough people um heard it and um understand, or maybe they unfanned me, and because I believe in um one king, and I don't give a fuck what you think. Yeah, this one person was like, "Oh, I was your fan before, but you start speaking about God, and I just got turned off." Unfan and unfucking whatever me, and I
Did
went,
you go? Oh,
no, I just looked at her profile picture. It was her holding her dog, loving it, and I go, "How do you think your dog loves you? Where do you think that dog came from?
yeah,
Where is that? Where does that love come from?"
yeah.
Don't look. Did I say why you? What? Come on, I'm not even gonna go there.
Well,
But
and why?
how
Why
dare
they
you?
spend so much time going into? If you don't agree, why do you spend so much time going in just to cause a scene or like
And what does that have to do with my
nobody,
music?
nobody?
Like,
Exactly,
if
exactly.
I believe that a chickpea is my god, then you know what? Good
Who
for
are you
me.
to
All
say?
right. But does that make my music shit? I don't know about that. But you have to check yourself at the well, I'm sure she talked about it with her therapist a few times. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Did you? So on that, on the re-release, did you have? How do I say it? Did it mean the same thing when you released it initially as it did right now when you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This time I remastered it,
Mhm.
and I just, like I said before, I just wanted people to hear it
Yeah,
maybe just a little louder. I think I got a little Rockstar on it. I'm like, look,
yeah.
fucking please, just somebody hear it. You know, I think people were more enamored, if that's for lack of a better word, by my celebrity than my quality.
Yeah.
Uh, and I just wanted to disprove that and see if anyone was paying attention to my heart and not my fucking the way I look.
Whatever they,
Yeah,
whatever version of you that they have painted in their mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's not human. It's just a shell.
yeah. That's infatuation, and that's like sycophantic, and that's not what I do this for. Never will.
Yeah. You could go back and whisper something to yourself before everything really began for you when we're talking about, say, your music and the light of being in the light, not like the light of God's light, but the limelight.
I
What
have the answer.
what would you say?
Don't marry that first wife of yours. She is the devil. How's that? Final answer.
Finally.
And that's a fucking God's honest truth. Swear on my life. That is,
Yeah.
I would fucking, I would, if I had three earmuffs, kids at home, if I had three balls, I'd give one away for that. If that could come true. Fuck. I swear to God.
You live and you learn, folks. Show.
Yes. Gosh dang it. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, it's still not funny, unfortunately. Ew.
Right.
But you know how it is. You know, life is life, and you got to roll with the
Yeah.
punches. And music has always been my armor, like I said. You know, I firm believer, no weapon against me will ever prosper. And you know, that's just because I can go to bed at night knowing that I'm a good man,
Yeah.
and I'm not perfect by any means, but I love this world, and I love every breath can suck in and stay alive and just be part of all of y'all's lives. All right,
Yeah.
because this is short, man. This is super short.
It is.
You know,
It
so
feels like
that's
it takes forever to get through some of our hardest times, but once you get over the mountain of it or whatever it is, it goes by really quick.
yeah, and take your time going through it because
Yeah.
you'll find little ingredients that really make it worth it.
Makes your cake. Makes your cake, as
Yes,
you
ma'am.
said. All right. Well, the final question I always ask is if someone came to you and they were truly struggling with their mental health, what is some words of advice that you would give them?
Well, I would say that's not my area of expertise.
Mm.
Um, make sure they know that and don't abide by anything I'm saying. But since they're asking, I would definitely say God loves you or you would not be here. Plenty other alternatives if I'm being real. And whatever happened today will not be the same tomorrow. And you have to change it. You have to will it to change it. And if that does not work, then rely on your beautiful friends and your family to help you through that. And family is not limited to the ones who bore you,
I was literally just going to say that.
nor the ones you live with,
Yeah.
and we're all here for you.
Yeah.
And period. You can call me anytime.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah. People get stuck on blood means family, but sometimes family is the most random uh, run in that you ever meet.
Sometimes family can come at you like a villain. You never know.
It's true.
It's just some letters jumbled together.
Yeah, sure is.
But yeah, final answer, you're not alone. I'm here for you.
Well, thank you for coming on, and I
Thank you
appreciate
for
you taking time to be a part of this.
It's my honor, man. Thank you so much, dear. It's really cool. This was a great conversation. Hopefully we can do it again.
The Authentic Life with KL and Break the Silence are two healing missions aligning to support mental health, all wellness, and recovery, offering hope and amplifying the light. Thank you for joining us on this episode of The Authentic Life with KL, where we explore the powerful intersection of healing and music. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give a follow and share with your friends. You can find more information about The Authentic Life with KL and Kitty Lynn at kittylynn.com, KITTYLYNNE.com. Thanks so much for listening.